before the videos come along. So I wish I had those YouTube channel when I was traveling around, and you can see real charities. My one unforgettable one is this kid in that island, in one of the island in the Fiji, that me and the Australian doctor was trying to sew up the kid's leg because it was eaten by a crocodile while the mother was washing the clothes. And I said, what? And I was so shocked. Mother said, normal, normal. The other neighbor kid is dead. This is okay. Okay, only one leg off. I was so shocked that it's not normal anywhere in the world. But yeah, okay. So we'll just cure up the kid. Day 62 of my budget bungalow build, and today I want to talk about charities. Not general charities, but charities in YouTube, because this triggered by two emails that, not nasty emails, but they said that why is so many people are now wanting to do charities in YouTube, whereas you know that they have not been doing that, and it seems to be the only way to make your YouTube channel grow faster is to do charities. And I agree with him. I just stop this because I see Junel. Okay ra? Adto na to adjuston ang katuging sa kitchen sa babaw. Kinibukad mo to sa babaw. Sundo na lang sa ubos ba? Sa babaw sa frame, di ba? Sundo na lang nato ang bottom padung ana dito na lang adjuston kuan ang kahoy. Kuan gito. Kuan? Kuan dito babaw. Oh. Sa sira? Oh. Sa frame ba? Di mamarang ang kuan dito babaw. Lagi. Ato na lang kay iya man gutong gilubo ang ubos dong. So ato na ta sa babaw kuan. Because we were talking about the frame that Tony was installing on those doors, and it's like a V. Smaller on the bottom and wider on the top. So I don't know what's wrong with him that he buries the frame underneath the cement, whereas I'm trying to avoid the termites, and there he is trying to make the wood near to the ground, and he won't listen. That's the way we do it here. That's why your answer all the time, where are you burying that? Just put it on top of the cemented floor. And like I told him, I think we'll just adjust where the height of the frame, where the, like I dropped the door lock, where the height of the frame on the top, because it's just what's taking him so long is adjusting the frame because it's not square. So he's now working on the fourth door, and we'll be adjusting on the kitchen. So I will go back to the charity story later. I'm now on the site. I want to see the PVC door that I bought yesterday at a good price. So I'm here now on the budget build. You can see here where the line of my road's gonna start. You can see the pipe. That's my pipe that I put on beside the markers. So this is like from that 5 meters wide. So going back to I'm talking about charities on the way back here, down here. Then I meet Janelle. So before I elaborate on that one, I'd like to share with you a story that happened 2 days ago. While I was here checking on the build, a little boy approached me, and he said to me, "Ma'am, do you know that it's my birthday?" I said to him, "No, how do I know? I don't know you." Although I could recognize the face of the boy, that's the son of that person that's working on the porch of the old man. He has 15 kids. So I said, "So, why do you tell me that?" "Because I heard that you're the person that give Lulu and Lula," that's not even related to them, but that's how they do the respect of old people, Lulu and Lula, this house, and you're the rich woman that gave them this. So I said, "So why are you telling me that it's your birthday? What's your name?" He said, "I'm Jerome." And I'm 9 years old now. But I haven't tried blowing a candle on a cake. And are you sure you're 9 years old? Because to me, the boy looks like 6 and he's dressed in a big t-shirt.
Nine years old.
So this is the boy that's 9 years old who had a birthday a while ago. This is Jerome. So you can see he's already 9 years old. His father's t-shirt, I suppose, or his brother's t-shirt. This hanging around his very thin and lean body. So I said, okay, there's 100 pesos. There's a local shop there that makes little cakes. Buy a cake. So I gave him 100 pesos. And he was so happy and shocked. So next day, when I was here, on this pathway here that you can see, there's him, the Jerome, that boy. And beside, on his back, like a line of ducks, like kids, 6 of them, and then the end was like 2 years old. And said, oh, hello, Jerome. Who are those? What are you doing here? So I want to introduce to you my brother and sisters. Also, really, he tell me all the name. All I can remember was that 2-year-old, which the name is Chelsea. And I said, so what did you do with the 100 peso that I gave you yesterday? Oh, I gave it to my mama, and we bought pancit instead of cake, so all my siblings can share. So you haven't blown the cake yet? No, I'll do it next year when I'm 10. So I said, how can I, if I'm just that way inclined to knock on your benevolent heart, make it worse than what it is, and ask you to donate so I could help the poor? I mean, it is easy to manipulate those kinds of things. That's why a lot of these foreigners coming over here and charity cases themselves starts charity. You've seen the famous ones when you search the internet. They have now a very notorious title, but you know what I mean. At first, when they come here, they live simply, trading coconuts for donuts, and now exploiting the Filipino people, filming them in their vulnerable state, and ask for your donations. And some donate for this cause and was used to build a house for the brother of the Filipina. I mean, look what they're doing now. Charity? Just helping their relations. Most of these foreigners, I'm not just pinpointing the notorious ones, but a lot is joining on the bandwagon. There's a Swiss guy, not even here. He was told by the DSW of what he's doing, needs a permit, still asking donation for his project here in the Philippines. I mean, come on. You yourself are charity cases. And there's a new one. If we have 20,000 subscribers, we will be helping the poor. Why not help the poor now? Use your own money. So you know what I'm gonna do with this dog. Che! Che! So that's how the Filipinos, when there's a dog that you don't know, that che. And I was even told in an email that why don't I do charity? Because that's the fastest way to grow your YouTube channel. Like I said. And another one, your channel's getting bigger, but I don't see you helping people. You don't know what's my background. You don't know what's real charity. I used to work for a mission here in Asia Pacific, dental medical mission, and I'm the logistic officer. I remember we were in an island far from New Zealand, and we are on a tribe. There's a cannibal tribe that they're servicing. We got some police people as well. Because the contingency are mostly Japanese, and I can speak Japanese as well as fluent English, of course. I was there helping interpret when they communicate with the Japanese, when they communicate with the foreigners that speaks English. And so I was sitting with the local tribes, and they're comparing their color to me because I just blend into them. I'm not that dark, but they said, "What did you do?" They have broken English language in Vanuatu, and although they're a French colony, but most of them have broken English language. Said, "What do you do? Why you light color?" I said, "Whitening cream." Because I don't think they heard about a Filipino, but I've seen a few Filipinos there as well settling down. And I have an experience there on that cannibal tribe that were servicing medical and dental. And one of the when we were having lunch and I sit down with the locals and they said, "Wonder what it tastes like." I thought they're talking about the food that was served, and the Japanese got their own food. All the while, they're talking about the legs of my colleagues, the Japanese wearing skimpy shorts, the nurses, the dental nurses, some of the doctors as well, the women are wearing shorts, even the men, the technicians. And they're talking about their legs, how it tastes like when it's roasted. And it dawned on me, we are on a cannibal tribe. And I said, no, 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 no good. No eating people, no good. Tastes bad. So, no, tastes good. No, it's bad. Other world, other country, no, no eating people. And so they just laugh at me. But when I told that to my colleagues, the Japanese colleagues, that they're eyeing on your white legs because they think they're asking what it tastes like, because like the Japanese like yellowish white. Oh, next day the colleagues, because we are on a 3-day mission there, the colleagues was wearing trousers, skirts that their legs, and well decently now because they're scared that they might be eyeing us for food. So that was my experience. But where did I get the job? I used to work in a gift shop in one of the hotels here in Mactan. And that was it's a good money maker for me, because the owner is not interested about the gift shop. Is more interested in having just a shop there in the hotel. And so we were the one who's managing the gift shop, and we have loads and loads of Japanese guests all the time because the husband was a Japanese. And so when we request replenishing the gift shop, it takes 2 or 3 days. So what happened when it's my duty, I bring my own luggage. My luggage is full of stuff that I'm selling in the gift shop that's out of stock, like toothbrushes, toothpaste, shampoo, because those essentials is the one that she don't stock so much. And that was a good money when it's my duty, my time of duty for the gift shop, to watch the gift shop. And I just display my own stuff and mark it up 5 to 10 times more than the price I get it. So when I go home, I got the sales from it, and that was a good money maker for me. And then one day in the activity corner of the hotel, there's a lot of people that's queuing up, all dressed up in their best suits, some of them in their best. And so since I'm off work, so I just queue up as well, sign up all the forms, and then queue up. So when it was my turn to be interviewed, some of the interviewer there recognized me because I'm the girl that they have bought their stuff in the gift shop. So I said, "Oh, where are you at? Just try." So I know they were hiring for an officer that they can trust here for their Philippine mission. And so Cebu was one of their islands of choice, because they are also connected with the owner of the hotel that's giving them free accommodation. So that was their island of choice. And I could remember, that was a long time ago, but I could remember the question, why do you think we will hire you amongst these applicants? So, as a young woman, I said to them, because you're stupid if you don't hire me. I am a vacuum for knowledge. I will easily absorb anything you teach me, mas as well. I'm talking to your language. So, what do you think will be the best bet? I'm talking your language. I'm talking fluent English. So, that's it. They were like shocked. But for me at that time, I was saying, what's gonna lose? I got a job in the gift shop, paying good money, earning good money. And if I don't get accepted, what's the fuss? But I was shocked because next day, I'm the one that they hired. So I've served 2 years of my life doing real charity around Asia. So for the people that said I don't make charity, I think you need more than just what the YouTube videos can show you. You should also be observant in like how the kids around me act. And like yesterday, I was telling the girl to sweep it up here, because I was helping their family as well. And I don't film them because like that Jerome that approached me, what if he's gonna be like me? When he grow up, he can sue me for degrading him when he was a kid because showing him to the world in that state, and you know that it's illegal. You know what I mean? You don't know the fate that will happen, because I was once there. I told you, I used to live in the squatters. And now, this is where I met Old B at the time when I was working for the Asia Pacific Mission of the United Nations. And the Old B story was, we met on August, and at that time I was bound to go to Saigon for our mission in Vietnam, and so I just spent a week with like meeting Old B, and then he proposed. We get along so well. Old B was young B at that time, and he was so charming, and I'm so besotted by the young B. So I told him that I have a mission to go, and said, no, quit your job. I pay all your living expenses. Here's your credit card. You can spend what you want. Stop working. So I did. And then my bosses on that organization, the Asia Pacific organization, offered me a 5-year contract with a big incentives, a house and lot, and a car. I should have chosen that house and lot. No, it was only a joke. I have never regret my decision. That was 23 years ago, a long time ago now. And now, that house and lot that they offered me, of what me and Old B have created together, will look like a shed. I mean, I have no regrets. I quit that job because right in time that I meet the young B at that time, is like I'm already 2 years working for them, so I'm off for the contract is off. You know what I mean? So they can offer me a new contract, but that was timing because I am out of the contract at that time when I meet the young B. So I was traveling around most of the time. Like every month, you won't see me in the Philippines. I will be going to Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Vanuatu, the island Pacific, Fiji, and in Australia. That was able there to go there. Not that mission in Australia, but on the Aborigines area, because there's an Australian mission as well. And because I could speak fluent English at that time and also speak conversational Japanese, and most of the contingency and the professional doctors, surgeons are Japanese. So instead of just here in the Philippines as their logistic officer, I end up doing the Asia Pacific mission. Because at that time, it was just a trial for the Philippine mission. And of course, they're already thinking about the Asian mission. I just got the job. But it's just daring. I just want to impress them because like at that time when I applied for the job, I already had a job paying good money, earning good money, selling my own stuff in the gift shop. And that was what of my story of my charities. And now I respect all the beneficiaries that I do my charities with. And if you can observe, like the old Lito's family, that Junel is his son. They are there when I call them that I need help on this, finishing this bungalow. I need help on this. I need look at my guest. Marvin was taken ill. I was not home. They're the one who took him to the hospital and an ambulance. They arranged the ambulance, the local ambulance here. When I get stuck in the middle of the road, I just call them and they come and rescue me. I've got a puncture and all this that I'm not familiar with the place. And when my family goes abroad for vacation, whatever, they drive us there and watch the house. I mean, because I've been helping people, but I do not show what do I help them for, because I don't want you to donate on it. I am helping people out of my own pocket. And you observe what you're looking at, it's out of my own pocket. So that is the story of the charities. It's a good way to earn and make your YouTube channel grow fast. To earn. What? Oh my God. I love to have the morals and your integrity intact, that I reckon is priceless. An integrity of the person is priceless. You can't put a price on that one. And what is a few dollars here and a few dollars there? Like the Lois family. I help them a lot. I build them a house. I mean, that's why he can never get off of me, because where can he find a job? That he got his own house here as well. His family got their house cemented and built, and he's well paid, all expenses paid, food and all that, and he still got his money every month. And yet he hasn't been to school. But he is hardworking. I could recognize it. He's trustworthy. I could recognize it. But it's just stick on different things. Like I said, you can't measure, but you can sometimes the patient to teach. And this is what is charity all about. It's not just showing the recipient. You got people that's grateful to what you help. Also, you got people that's not grateful. If after all everything that you've done for them, you're still the greatest bee around. You know? So like just ungrateful people, but you do have people that is grateful. I do notice it that a lot of these charities in YouTube will not be able to help without your donation. Why can't they donate their time? Why can't they volunteer on registered charities and do volunteer work if they don't have the money to help? There are other ways that you can help without shelling out money. But of course, they want you to send them on their PayPal, on their account, Patreon, paid membership, so they can get their share before they help the relatives. Not the poor, the relatives. Because a lot of this is just fakeness. Oh, I want to help people, but I need your help. You can help. People are intelligent. There are intelligent people that can see what you help. There are intelligent people that can actually notice the way the locals are interacting with you. I got one that really noticed that. And why do you think the locals interact like that? Because of what you have done for them in the past. What you've been done for them before the videos come along. So I wish I had those YouTube channel when I was traveling around and you can see real charities. My one unforgettable one is this kid in that island, in one of the islands in the Fiji, that me and the Australian doctor was trying to sew up the kid's leg because it was eaten by a crocodile while the mother was washing the clothes. And I said, what? And I was so shocked. And the mother said, normal. The other neighbor kid is dead. This is okay. Okay, only one leg off. I was so shocked that it's not normal anywhere in the world. But yeah, okay. So we'll just cure up the kid. So this is the PVC door that I'm gonna install on the toilet bathroom that they have here in the budget bungalow. So you can see the thickness of this. and that's the price. And like I said yesterday, the manager was giving me a good bargain on this one, so that was like the perks of making videos on their products when before. Then she recognized me, so she gave me hair discount, which is a good thing anyway, but not so bad because all I have to do now is get a plastic or another door lock. So this is what their porch is looking. They're not stepping on it yet because it takes about 48 hours before you start stepping on it if you are smoothing the top. That's why we can't do that over here, because they are walking around the place. But finishing wise, Junel is now finishing the door on the room, and then he will render and square this door here. Nanay! Masiraran ka ron, Nay! So, the finishing wise, they just arrived after picking up the door and buy more cement. So they're just starting. So you can see that they're just starting, make their mock. And then you got old Lico here on the left side. So we're just gonna be rendering the one that can't be reached, because there's already a ceiling made for the dirty kitchen there. So this is the frame that me and Junel was talking about, because if you notice that the bottom one where he put it on the cement, this one is not even dig on the ground like they do with the tree, but this is narrower and wider on the top, and most of the frames, that's why it's taking Junel so long for the last two doors, because of the problem that it's not square, it's wider on the top. So what we're gonna do is to take out the frame if we can, or on the top, then we can adjust the frame to be square. So this is what we are, 10 o'clock in the morning, and like Cold Sweat Masbate was saying that they're so slow. I'm not really worried so much now, because these three guys are actually, I consider them as my domestic staff. Whether I got a project or not, they are still having their wage or the privileges that I'm giving them. So this time that they're doing, I'm finishing this one for me without me hiring someone like TNF is good enough for me, because at the end of the day, whenever I need help, like I said to the answer, that when I get a breakdown anywhere in the Cebu, I'll just call them and they come and rescue me. Whenever I need emergencies in the house, like Marvin was taken ill and I was not home, Junel was the one sorting the ambulance. Whenever I travel abroad, they drive me over to the airport, because if it's like dawn time, they drive me over to the airport, me and my family. So, and I just leave the house to them, and the care of my dogs. So you can see Cold Sweat my Masbate that it's not costing me anymore. But when I total the wages, for the sake of knowing, if you don't have the domestic stuff like I have, it's proper wage that I'm charging as counting as labor cost for the day. So this is what we are, as of the moment, I'm expecting this done today, which I know they also want to. And then we concentrate on the last bit that you can see here, which is the bathroom. This is the bathroom, and we're gonna destroy this little kitchen here like I suggested. Then now they agreed that's supposed to be the kitchen. Anyway, they got their own kitchen now. Then we can just destroy this and square it up here, so most of their things will have space, because if you can see, they have a lot of tables, and if I still have this, that table will be everywhere. So if I destroy this, that table could be in the corner, making space for them to walk around better. So this is the situation what we are right now. Only this corner, and then this not square door frame, and take out this beam, this header, that so-called header on the bathroom that Tony created. I'll take it out because the PVC door won't fit otherwise, like his other doors. The standard is 210, and he's always making it like 180, 190, or 200. So if this is necessary for me to take this off, because the daughter wanted to have a pile of hollow blocks on the bottom of this doorway to prevent the water coming through. So that means the door will getting smaller. So my only choice now is to take off this header that T created, and he can install the PVC door that I bought, because it's waiting there on the corner. Then we can all square up and clean up. So like I said, around next week we'll be there. Maybe just Junelle left here for all the squaring up. It's not so much of a fuss to me anymore. I'm just gonna be waiting for the lockdown to be over to get the windows, and I'm done. We're just gonna be taking out the smoothness as well of the droppings on the floor of the cement when they were rendering. Smooth it all out, and it's there. So it's not much of a stressing out job for me anymore, unlike before when TNF was here, because everything seems to be going so slow. Everything is going to just listening to what they demand. Kasi naglinsa ani. Do you think? Oh. Oh. Junelle is sorting the fourth door to be installed, but our big problem is the door frame there is not square, and it was hard to adjust it because it's already cemented around. So he's just the one adjusting the frame of the door so that it won't look awkward to the door frame that was installed by old T. So this is gonna be the fourth door. I know most of you said it's getting slow, but our big problem is the squareness of the door frame. The door frame was narrow and wide on the top, narrow on the bottom, wide on the top. So he needs to adjust the door so it will not look awkward. And besides that, the next one will be the worst, the one in the kitchen, because it's really like a V. So we are still here in the Lois house, and I'm just feeding the goats because me and Junelle is going down, bringing the fourth door to make sure that it's gonna be fitting on that room of the old people, because it's really out of measure, out of square. So we have to just adjust the door. So it's taking a lot of his time to make sure that it fits on that square, but since the kitchen frame can still be chipped off and readjusted, so that's what we're gonna do, huh? Oh. So Dalo is going back because he's turning off the water pump, the one that we use from the river towards our tanks. So it's just there on our river, and then we pump it up to our water tanks, and then we turn off. So hopefully that will be I'm not counting what on one day that they can produce, because you have to think Janelle only was working on Tuesday, and he managed to install the 4 doors with the hinges and locks and squaring up a few of the needed squaring up on render wise. So better result than the old stuff that I have, but it's because I got something to compare now. But here we are now on the build, day 62. So this is what they've done from this morning, and also the other side. So they're just squaring up the where the light is embedded, the socket and the switch. So we will be adjusting a little bit on the side, but I think it will be like the door frame of the old couple that needs the door just to be adjusted, not totally square, because the frame is now been cemented in. So it will be the door that will be adjusted, not so fully square, just to fit in the not too fully square door frame. So basically this is where they are. So Janelle just go after his nature calling before he installs the door. Going back down to my budget bungalow build, day 62, and I left that they're installing the last room door. So that's the 4th door for the week, and they are rendering the kitchen. So I just have to check how much they do for their this last hour. It's 5 to 10 o'clock. So I've seen some dogs out there. That's the thing, that one of the you need to be careful around here in the Philippines when the dogs congregate, because you don't know if they're gonna bite or something like that. But it's a natural instinct for Filipinos to do that as well. I'm not alone with those things. And yeah, I've shown you that boy that approached me and told me it's his birthday, but I didn't want to tell him right on his face that he don't look like he's 9 years old. So that was like the government truck going up. So this is what we are now, and I believe that next week will be all finished by this time next week. But I'm not worried if there's little touches that needs to be done, but it's out of my hair. I'm only gonna wait for the lockdown to be finished, then I could pick up the windows and it's gonna be installed, but the bulk of the job is done. So this is what we are for the moment at 4 o'clock, that Jonel's still adjusting the door so it will fit on this not square door frame, and also the finishing side, they're now on the top of the doorway. So we're getting there. So next week, as you can see, we'll be around this corner, taking out this lentil and the doors, and also taking out these things here. So the fourth door was installed, locks and all, but needs to square up over here. But like I said, it's the squaring up that's taking so long. So what's needed is just this door going to their kitchen and the plastic door here. They have done the kitchen. So I'm pleased about this because we can just concentrate on the inside, the last corner that we do. So there, they can do that one. So it will be next week, will be just that one corner, and then the straightening up the columns and 2 more doors. Then I'll pick up the window just to be installed, and done. It's the end of our day, and we use 1.5 bag of cement, and the 4th door lock was installed. So that was the additional for today, 1.5 bag of cement, and with our 1 to 3 mix.
Ha? Di mabasa sa babaw. Pinisik na. Ha? Ang pinisik. Ha? Di mabasa sa babaw pero ang pinisik mabasa na.
Butangan lain ana. So cause that's our 3 bags that we have calculate that will be needed for next week. So that's what they're fixing. But like today, 1.5 bag, and so for next day it will be about the 3 bags will be the one that they estimated that we finished the thing. But it's good news. We are now on general community quarantine, which means that I could go to Mandawi City and check on the windows. So we will soon be done. Because I was listening to the radio that the old ones keep on listening. So we are on GCQ starting Monday, which is a good thing.